Hey everybody, I'm Ryan Cadena and I'm going to take you guys through our last simulation process. Let me share my screen with you. All right, so let's start with our beginning stock balance over here in column G. Then over here in column I, we've got our beginning bond balances. And then over here in column J, we've got the combined balance of our stock balance and our bond balance. Okay. We started with a beginning balance over here. Let's see if I could find it. It's right here. So we started with a beginning balance of $4,000. This balance over here can be manipulated, so you can start with basically however much you want. So for example, we can take that $4,000 and turn it into $12,000. And then you kind of see how all of these values just kind of automatically change over here. So that beginning balance can basically be manipulated to whatever you'd like to start with. After you decide what your beginning balance is going to be, you can decide on how much money you want to save that year for your annual contribution. So this value right here can also be manipulated. So right now it's set at $1,000, but you can basically just pick and choose however much you want. So we can manipulate this value right here and say we want to turn this into 2,000. And then you're kind of able to see how those values over here changed. Up next, we're going to move over to the stock allocation percentage, which is right here. Okay. This also correlates with the bond percentage as well. So right here, the stock allocation percentage is set at 60%, which means the bond allocation would be 40%, just so that we've got 100% with both of those combined together. These can also be manipulated. So if I wanted to change this 60% into 75%, you're able to see how those values over here changed. Over here, we've got our max end balance, our min end balance, our mean of the end balance, and the standard deviation. Mine probably looks a little bit different than some of yours, just because mine only was going to down to 40 instead of down to 100 simulations. So my values are definitely probably a little smaller than others. Right now I've got the financial target set to $1 million. This value can be manipulated as well. So just for a visual representation, we can change our target to 2 million. And over here, below our target, we have our met target, which is based off of the ending balances, so that you're able to kind of see how many times you would actually meet your target of $2 million based on how many simulations you run. And this also varies depending on how many times you run the simulation. So you're able to see this number kind of going up, fluctuating. So it stopped here at 11. If I was to take it back down to 1 million, okay, that changed and went up to 28. And you can basically just run the simulation as many times as you want. Over here in this hit financial target, I kind of just put this on there for a visual representation of how many times when running the simulation you actually hit your financial target goal of $1 million and your met target at 28. So let's take a look at the histogram over here next. When you run the simulation, you can see it going up and down. And you can also manipulate the bucket size as well. There we go, it stopped just about here. Right now it's running at 75% stock allocation and 25% bond allocation. And again, those two values can also be manipulated. And you can see the bars are going up and down as the simulation runs, which is kind of a cool visualization. So, I mean, that's basically what the simulation is all about. I think the hardest part for me was extending this ending balances column down to 100. I never really could figure all of that out. And then I had a hard time getting the go button to run the script going, but I got some assistance from Professor Holman on that one, so we're all good there. So yeah, that's basically what the simulation is all about. I think that it's pretty interesting, being able to see all these numbers fluctuate like that and how you can manipulate all kinds of different values. So I think overall it was an interesting experience. So that'll about do it. So thank you guys for watching.